Hi, welcome back to Paul's Stuff. It's my space on YouTube where I get to talk about all the things I love. Often lots of Star Wars, lots of lightsabers as well, but today's a little bit different. I've been doing a series of videos on some of the vintage toys that I've collected. And today's one of those videos. Today we're going to be looking at a specific playset really from the $6 Million Man range of toys. This is a range of toys that came out in 1975. There's a Steve Austin action doll. Steve Austin is the main character from the $6 Million Man. In 1975, a doll of him was released along with this playset, which is the Bionic Transport and Repair Station, and also Bionic backpack radio. So this is actually the original box from this. These toys were produced by the General Mills company, which was a US company. In the US, they were marketed by a subsidiary of General Mills called Kenner, who are famous for their Star Wars toys. A little bit later than this. But here in the UK, these were distributed by a toy company called Dennis Fisher. And it tends to be the Dennis Fisher versions of things that I collect. Because I'm here in the UK and it's the Dennis Fisher versions that I remember. The figures came in different boxes. So in the US, the Kenner boxes had a window and you could see the figure in the box. Here in the UK, the Dennis Fisher figure boxes were just a plain cardboard box and you didn't see the figure at all. But as far as I'm aware, all of these accessories, the boxes only differ in the name of the company on the box. So this is a Dennis Fisher one. Not sure if it says Dennis Fisher on the side you can see anywhere. No, it doesn't. I think the only place it says it is here. Oh, it does say it on the front, sorry. So Dennis Fisher was the UK distributor. You can see the backpack radio here is advertised as well on the figure. This box has a price sticker on it, which I presume is from around 1975. It's a handwritten price sticker for £5.90. Now, I can promise you I paid considerably more than £5.90 for this today. But yeah, these things, I guess £5.90 in 1975 was a lot of money. So I collect these because they're toys that I remember from my childhood. I was born in 1969. So when this came out, I'd have been 5 or 6. And I really remember this toy. I remember seeing it in my local toy shop, Gamley's, here in the UK. And a couple of friends that I played with regularly had them as well. And I really wanted one, and I never got one. But now I do have one. This is a fantastic playset. Kenner were renowned for their Star Wars playsets when they brought out the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures, all the vehicles and playsets that came out for that. But I think it's fairly obvious they cut their teeth on this set. It's something a little bit special in terms of vintage toys. So it's the Bionic Transport and Repair Station. So the transport bit is this. It's in its rocket mode. So with it in its rocket mode, you can see Steve Austin is inside. You could whiz it around all over the place. It's a space rocket. It's a great toy just as that. But it also transforms into a bionic repair station. So let's have a look at that. There are some extra parts that come with it. Which we'll take a look at. So these are the extra parts that come with this. The number of these tubes, which I'll show you as we get through putting this thing together. There are several leg pieces, should be 6 of those. And then there are various little brackets and an X-ray table. And the smaller parts of these and things like the tubes could actually be stored in the nose cap of the rocket. You can't store all of it in there, but some of it could go in there. So let's have a look at how this transforms into the Bionic repair station. So the nose cap comes off. We will need that. The bottom section also clips off, and we'll need that as well. And then this begins to open up. And now we need some of the legs, so we'll put those in. A little bit complicated, but this is 1970s playset. It's from a little while ago now. So we'll just pop these in. If I can do this at this sort of angle. There we go. So the 6 legs go in. If you can see that there's a whole load of stickers and things on here that add a bit of detail to it. We'll go through as we put this together a bit more. Right, so then we have one little bracket goes onto the nose cone, and that sits in here, and that forms a radar dish, which we'll move independently. It's a little bit stiff these days, but you can move that with that small piece. That's the radar dish, and then the X-ray table has some legs that go onto it, and that goes in place over here. And we've likewise got a little wheel on this that as you turn the wheel, you can X-ray different parts of Steve Austin's body. I believe this may have been glow in the dark on at least some of these. I'm not sure it is on all of them. That's the X-ray table. And then lastly, we have the I think I've put the X-ray table on the wrong way around. The X-ray table sits more towards the back. Is that right? Trying to remember how this goes together. It's not something I do every day, so yeah, I think that X-ray table sits more towards the back like that. And then this is like an operating lamp that comes over. Has a little magnifying lens, so you can actually look through it. That's a small piece of plastic which is often missing on these. You can look through that and it will magnify Steve laying on the bed underneath. The bed is all contoured to take the figure. And then lastly, we've got these tubes, all these little holes that are everywhere. These tubes can fit into. Yeah, just adds to the playability of the thing. There are two types of ends on these. There are these crossed ends which go into the big holes that you can see on everything. So these will kind of go to any of these holes. And then there's a smaller peg which is to go into the chips on Steve's arm. So these figures have an arm skin that rolls back out of the way, and they have removable chips in the arms, as you can see. Okay, so I've just dropped that one and lost it. I haven't lost it, I can see it, I just can't reach it from here. So the idea would be there's a hole in the middle of the chip, and then you can plug a tube into his arm as well, so that he's actually hooked up to all the machinery. It's just a wonderful play set. This is 1975. This play set came out. Oh, we've also got diagnostics here. You can switch between Bionic, which is the table, and Rocket, and then we've got little wheels that that turn. If you switch it from one to the other, you get a different set of instructions and things that are written on the wheels. There's things like can't really read this now. It says things like left leg, and then yeah, it just has information on either the Bionics or the Rocket. I can't really read it, I'm afraid. My eyes are not that good. Yeah, this is the Bionic transport and repair station from the $6 Million Man range of toys from in the UK, Dennis Fisher, and in the US, Kenner, from 1975. I really do remember this toy from my childhood and how amazing it seemed then. And I have to be honest, even now as an adult, it still seems pretty amazing that, and certainly that a toy like this existed when it did. You can definitely see from this that Kenner were working on the playability and things which would become so much a feature of their Star Wars toys when they were released. So here we go. This is the Bionic transport and repair station. Lovely, lovely toy. Things to watch out for if you're getting one of these. Are all the parts there? I think there should be 8 of the tubes, and obviously the 2 different types of ends. You should have the X-ray table. Should have all the brackets. There should be the magnifier in the operating light section. Make sure the hinges are okay. This one I have de-yellowed all the white plastic because it had started to yellow a little bit. I use a method using hydrogen peroxide and ultraviolet light to de-yellow these. It's had a thorough clean. It was very dirty. I think I bought one replacement hinge for it because one of the hinges had split. These hinges are plastic. They have a thin piece of plastic in the middle which bends, and obviously if you're bending plastic repeatedly, it's going to deteriorate and break over time. I also replaced all of the stickers on this. I have kept the original stickers, but I like my vintage toys to look in reasonable condition. They don't have to be 100% perfect, but I do like them to look reasonable. And the stickers on this were a little bit too far gone for me, and so I've replaced them with some replacement ones that I got off of eBay. But I have kept the original stickers. I don't just take the stickers off and discard them or destroy them. I do like to retain the stickers if that's at all possible. So I have a sheet with my instruction manuals which has all the preserved original stickers. Have the original Dennis Fisher instruction sheet for this Bionic transport and repair as well. There's a comprehensive instruction sheet that came with it. Lovely, lovely toy. Big memories from my childhood. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I may be doing a few more videos on the vintage stuff that I do. A lot of what I do is more modern stuff, but I thought you'd probably like to see some of the vintage toys and things that I collect as well. So there may be more of this going forward. This is the 3rd video I've done now on Bionic Man and Bionic Woman toys from the 70s. They're a particular collecting passion of mine. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please consider giving the video a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you like the content. And if you click on the notification bell, you'll get told hopefully when I'm posting new videos. The channel is all about me sharing my love for these things and the knowledge that I've gained around them. So yeah, that's what the channel's about. So anyway, for now, I'll say cheerio and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.